How's it? Today is Tuesday. It's the first day of December. I have a back squat day. Um, Today was kind of strange because I was expecting to do more like sets of three. Last week I did 8 sets of 3 at 135, but Steve wants me to kind of make an approach towards a heavy single, ideally at the beginning of next year. So in 4 weeks, I will be hitting like hopefully a 400 squat again. Um, I don't know if I can do that right now. That would be really nice. I think if I peak properly, then I'll be able to do it. But today was a set of 5 at 135. That's the highest um, that I would do today. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. To be honest, I thought I was going to struggle around the third rep, um, but I didn't really have any problems. So I am relatively happy with how that went. I think that moving forward, Steve does want me to get a little bit more glute activation before I start squatting so that my hips don't pull my knees in. So here's my top set here. I focused on, for this at least, I focused on doing each individual rep as a single where I regrouped after every single rep. And so it wasn't as challenging, I think, just because of that. He made it a point to make sure that I was doing that um, as I was entering the workout. Yeah, again, overall, I'm really happy with how that went. So then I had 3 or 4 down sets of 4 at 135. I was kind of sitting there after the third set. It was kind of challenging, and I didn't know if I wanted to do a fourth set, but I ended up going through with the fourth set, and we'll see how I feel tomorrow. I don't think it'll be too big of a factor of how I feel. It's just that I don't think, especially if I'm trying to hit higher intensity, I don't think the extra volume is super effective. If anything, it'll just make me a little bit more tired and a little bit harder to manage fatigue. But I ended up doing it today, so we'll see if that happens next week as well. But yeah. So back to what I was mentioning earlier about the glute activation. There are a couple exercises that I am looking at to kind of incorporate into my warm up, my hip warm up, so that I could get a better glute activation, so that my hips, or at least I don't lose hip tension in the bottom of the hole. I don't get knee bola, as they call it. And I guess I'll just tack that on to my overall hip warm up, which generally arose from lots of issues with my knee, and then the little adductor issue that I had in March. It wasn't that little of an issue, but I basically had to restart over with a lot of my training, and so I'm happy that's behind me. But I did keep that hip warm up around because I think it is valuable as far as developing requisite strength to do certain things. So after that, I moved into the overhead press. Today was work up to a heavy triple. Last week was work up to a heavy 5. Last week I did 70, and here is my heavy triple at 72. This is for sure a PR. What is this? This is like 160 pounds or so. Sorry, 158, 159-ish. And that is for sure the most I've ever done for 3. Probably in the past I've only been able to do that for 1, so that is a big progress as far as pressing has gone. Got some more accessories here, and then I moved into that hellish tempo 303 Bulgarian split squat. You can't see that here on the blown out light from the sun, but I did 5 sets of 5 today. Last week I did 3 sets of 5. and I thought 3 sets of 5 was really hard. But today I did 5 sets of 5 because that was my original goal last week, and I don't know if it was worth it, to be honest. But I ended up doing it, and I'm not dead, so pretty good. And I finished off with some dips. I didn't even know we had a dip bar there, but one of my friends found it, and I was using it today. So that will take us to the end of the workout. So yeah, pretty happy with the 150 for 5 and the 72 triple. Thanks for watching. Shoots.